All right, welcome to the Entrepreneur Insider Secrets podcast. We are excited to be able to spend some time with you again, helping you and helping you go. Sorry, a little bit of a tech glitch there. Helping you be able to figure out ways to build your business and be successful with the things that you want to do. Today, we're going to be talking about how to leverage webinars to generate leads and sales. Now, this is one of my favorites. This is one of the ways that has been a primary driver for me for many, many years to move people to join your business, to sign up as clients, to generate leads, to generate customers. And it just simply works. It's just a model that has been tried and true again and again and again. And it's proven to be a very, very powerful way to get people to say yes. And the funny thing is that over many times over the last several years, I've heard people go and proclaim webinars are dead. They don't work anymore. The technology has moved on. This doesn't work anymore. And I just laugh because I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because we built lots of businesses and sold millions and millions of dollars worth of services through webinars. And they work very, very well if you know how to do them and you know how to do them right. And those are some of the things we're going to be talking about on this episode. And the reason is that webinars, they combine education. So you're teaching your audience something, you're showing them something, you're showing them how to do something, and there's live engagement. Okay, so there's live, they actually have the opportunity to interact with you. They have the opportunity to engage with you while you're doing the presentation and teaching them things. And they get to learn about you and to learn about who you are and what you're about. And it just creates opportunities for you to interact and engage with your audience. Whereas before, they didn't have that. They just read something that you wrote or possibly, watch something that you recorded. But this is a chance for them to actually engage with you and interact with you and have that back and forth with you. Maybe they could, ask questions and you can respond to them and they can get direct answers from you. And that's a very exciting thing for them. And that really adds a lot to the process. It adds a lot to someone's ability to, have a deeper connection to you and have more of an engagement with you. So I want to talk about those today. I want to talk about why and when you should use webinars and how you should use them, because they are such a powerful tool to build your business. Now, let's start out by talking about when you should use webinars. Now, the first thing you need to understand is, even though I'm a huge proponent of it, there are times when you shouldn't use a webinar or shouldn't use a live training. They should not be used in every single instance. If you have an easy to understand product, let's say you have a little mini course that you're selling for, let's say $50, and it's pretty straightforward. And it's like, here's what this will do for you. It'll teach you these 10 things. It'll show you exactly how to solve this problem. And you could write a simple little sales page up that shows people what it is, the value of what you're doing. You don't need a webinar. You don't need one. You don't need to go through all that. You don't need to go through all those steps because it's overkill. You do not need all of that extra work and effort. You simply need a simple, easy to understand sales page. If you have a simple, easy to understand sales page that outlines the value of what your little course is or what your simple little service is, that should be enough. You don't need to do overkill. Webinars are valuable. Webinars are useful. They are really powerful tools for you to use in building your business when you need to educate your customer on a few things. Like, they don't know everything. They don't know why they should work with you. They don't know how to solve their problem because the problem is more complicated. It's not a real simple problem like, how to teach my child to tie their shoes. Well, I can go on YouTube and search for a couple of videos on that and come up with plenty of answers on how do I teach my kid to tie their shoes. That's a simple problem. But usually what we offer when we're coaches, when we are offering, courses or training opportunities, we're doing things that are a little more complex. We're solving bigger problems than that, more than just the simpler things in life. So people don't even know, what should I do? How should I solve this problem? What is even the right approach? What is even the right method? What is even the right way to even go about this? So there's an educational part of this. Okay, you need to educate your future customer on, well, you shouldn't do this, and you should do this, and this is why, and this is why it's important to do it this way. And that's where webinars become so valuable. That's where these live trainings become so incredibly important, because you are able to take a customer or a future customer and walk them through this journey and show them and explain to them, like, okay, here's the problem that you're facing. Here's the things that you're dealing with. And here's why these other things aren't working for you. You know, you are trying to solve it over here and doing it this way. And I hate to break it to you, but that's never going to work. You're never going to get the solution that you want. You're never going to get the answer that you want because of X, Y, and Z. You know, those options are doomed to fail. They are never going to work. So you have to decide, like, on a different path. You have to choose a different way. And let me explain to you why you should choose this way, because this way is the way that's going to work. And you know from your own experience, you know from your own life of doing this, that, hey, this is the way forward. This is how you're going to be able to do this. So I'm going to show you why you need to do these things, why you need to walk down this path. And so this is where you get the opportunity. You get to share with them. You get to walk them through it. You get to talk them through this whole process. And then at the end, they can go, oh, wow, I get it now. And so they'll walk away from your live training, even if they don't end up becoming a customer. They'll walk away feeling like, wow, I really learned some things. I really now have a better understanding of all of this. I get it now. This is why I was struggling. This is why it wasn't working right. And now I get it. Now it is working. Now it is good. And I know what I need to do. And so let's talk a little bit about, you know, that those are the when you should use webinars. So let's move into why these webinars are so powerful. And I really already kind of started on it a little bit, but why webinars are such a powerful tool to use in building your business is that you can get higher conversion rates when you do a live training. Let's be honest. How more likely are you to buy when you're talking to someone or when you're just reading something without anybody else around? Think about when you go to a furniture store, okay? And you're walking around because let's say you need a new sofa. And you're walking around the store and you're just looking at various sofas and trying to evaluate, I kind of like this one. Oh, that one's a little too hard, or that one's not the right size, or I don't like the color of that. You know, you could go around, but what if you had someone that you could talk to? And what if you had someone that answered your questions and you told them, well, this is what I'm looking for, this, and this. And he goes, all right, great. Let me save you a lot of time. Let's go over here because this is going to be much more what you're interested in. And when you do things like that, how much more likely are you to buy when you have someone to talk to, when you have someone to ask questions of, when you have someone to learn from? Well, it's the same thing on using a webinar. When people are sitting there, they're caught up in that moment and they're hearing you teach and they're learning from you and they're experiencing you and they're learning what it is that they need to do. And they're like, wow, this makes so much more sense. And they're engaged and they're caught up in the moment. And I've said this many times in the past, but people always buy based on emotion and then they justify their purchase based on logic. Okay, so you buy based on emotion. What do I mean by that? Well, every decision that we make to buy is because something inside of us said, yes, I want that. I want that. I want to be part of that. I want to do that. That's the thing that I need. There's some emotional connection there. There's a point inside of you where you go, yeah, that's the thing that I want. That's the thing that I need. I want to do that. And as a result, then the next part of your brain goes, okay, so how much does it cost? Can I afford it? Does this make sense for me? Now the logic part of your brain is kicking in. But the emotional part of I want it is always the initiator of the buying decision. When you're on a live webinar it is much easier to connect emotionally with your audience. When you're on a live webinar, it is so much easier to have that connection. People can hear the passion in your voice. They can engage with you. They can connect with you. They feel like they're a part of the presentation, and they're so much more engaged with you than they are just reading a sales page or just reading some information about it. So you get to connect at that emotional level, which again is the driver of all sales. Those are things that are always so important. So never underestimate the value of live engagement. It is always going to be a huge factor in your ability to bring customers in. Also, doing a live webinar allows you to build credibility and trust. They get to hear from you directly. They get to hear from you. They get to, like I said, maybe you do a Q&A at the end where you allow people to ask questions. You allow people to, put things in and get feedback. And they get to have a good feel for you, especially if you're a coach or someone that they're considering working with. They want to know, like, not only are you competent, but also are you trustworthy? Are you someone that I feel good about working with? Are you going to deliver on the things that you're promising? Are you going to give us what you say you're going to deliver? I mean, those are all things that can be built very, very quickly and very, very strongly live on a webinar. Again, it's like reading a thing about somebody or having a conversation with somebody. You can much more quickly make a discernment and make a decision about, this person's a good person and I trust them. I believe what they're saying. I believe they're genuine. I believe they have good ethics. I believe they have good morals, and I can trust them to deliver what they're saying. Versus just reading some sales page and you're really not sure and you not know if this is really right or this is really going to work. So it allows you to build a lot of credibility and trust in a very short period of time, which is also very, very critical to people saying yes on the buying decision. And this is a very cost-effective way to communicate your message to a very large audience. Think about it this way. If you ever have had the opportunity to speak in front of a group of people, let's say you have, you are a person who helps small businesses generate leads, and you work with local businesses. That's your thing. You help them generate leads so that they can get more customers. And so you were given an opportunity to go speak at a local event in your area where a lot of local business owners are going to attend. And you can tell them, like, these are the things you need to know. These are the things you need to do. And this is, how I can help you. Well, these people are going to be like, wow, you're here. This is amazing. And there's a whole bunch of people in the room and they're all saying, wow, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you too. Yeah, me too over here. All of a sudden, instead of having one-on-one conversations, instead of trying to do this individually where, oh, now I got to reach out to Susan over here. And now I got to reach out to John over there. I could talk to a whole bunch of people all at the same time. And they can all be getting their answers to the questions they have. They can all be getting moved to take action. And it's so much more cost effective. And it is so much more scalable. You can now, once you get this working and you get your message right, you get the webinar converting, you got everything rolling and cooking, and you get people to listen to you do the presentation, and you get a good amount of people to say yes, you get people moving in and going in the right direction. You could just send more people, because now let's say you spend $100 in traffic to get people to listen to your presentation and you generate $500 in sales. Well, shoot, now spend $200 to get double the people there and get $1,000 in sales, and so on and so forth. So it becomes this incredibly scalable way to build a business. It becomes an incredibly scalable way for you to grow and to develop and to keep adding more and more customers. So the scalability factor on this is huge. Now, you might be saying, this is amazing. This is great. This is something I really need to be considering. And I would agree with you. So how do you create a high converting webinar? What are the elements that you need to incorporate to make this real for you, to make this happen for you? Because I've seen plenty of people do a webinar and fail miserably and just put out a presentation that didn't work. You did it and you walk away with very little or no sales. And then you have to look at it and go, okay, why didn't it work? You said this is supposed to be amazing. Well, yes, but you still have to do it the right way. You still have to do this in such a way that it moves people to actually buy. The first thing you need to do is you need to choose the right topic. Now, how do you know what the right topic is? Well, you need to think about you need to know your target customer, okay? You need to know them reasonably well, and you need to know what is the main thing that they're struggling with right now. What is it that's a problem for them? What is it that they are like, this is what they're thinking about. This is the thing that's keeping them up at night. This is the thing that's bothering them. I want to be able to do this, but I'm stuck and I just can't get past it. And it's bugging me and I need to get it figured out and I need to do it. And so I need to keep going and I need to figure out to try and come up with an answer to that. So if you put out a training that deals with that very specific issue, and it's like a free training that they could attend to learn how to solve this problem that they've been facing, guess what? They're going to be going, wait, I need to listen to this because this may be the very thing that I've been looking for. This may be the answer that I've been searching for this whole time. So you need to think about, what is that question? What is that problem that my prospect is struggling with right now? And it's usually a level 1 problem. And what do I mean by that? Maybe the question is like, I ultimately want to create my own business and have customers and sales. So the ultimate end is they need help getting sales. But maybe the problem is they don't even know where to start. Maybe the problem is they don't even know where to go to even get this thing put together, and they don't even know the basics that they need to start with. So if you train them on here's the basics that you need. Once you get this in place, now you're ready for step 2. Okay, so you really need to hit them where they are in the beginning. Don't try and solve problems 2, 3, 4, 5 down the road. Just focus your training on solving the initial beginning level problem that they're facing right now at the start. Once you do that, then you can move on to other things. But right now, you need to start and meet them where they are, which is at the beginning. Now, when you do this, you create content, that solves this specific problem. You are focusing in on, and you are dialing in on solving this one specific problem. You're not trying to solve everything. You're not trying to teach them everything they need to know, because it's just too much. It's too much to try and cover. It's too much to try and do. You're just trying to solve one problem. You're trying to solve it, the very initial front end problem that they're having. And in doing so, what you're also doing is you're showcasing your expertise. You're showing them that, wow, this person really knows what they're talking about. They know their stuff. Wow, if I had this person in my corner, that would be amazing, because they could help me so much. They really know what they're talking about. So this is a chance for you to shine. This is a chance for you to show, hey, I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm talking about. I know how to do this. And I know I can help you. And I'm the person that you really need if you want to get to this place that you're talking about. And in doing this, what do you want to make sure that you're doing is you keep your content engaging. As you're teaching, as you're showing, as you're going through all this, you need to keep your content engaging. And how do you do that? You do that by telling stories. Here's something that you will lose people on quickly, and that is, hey, I'm going to start giving you all sorts of information. I'm going to start giving you all sorts of data. I'm going to give you all sorts of facts and figures. People will eventually, you can do that for a little bit, little small snippets, but eventually people are just going to be like, wait, what? This is too much. It's too much information. I can't even keep up with this. But if you tell it in a story format, if you tell it in the form of a story, it keeps the information engaging, because people will have a much easier time staying engaged with stories than they will following along a bunch of facts and figures. So showcase your expertise, showcase the solution that you have in the form of a story. Do it as a story. That will keep your content engaging. That will keep your content interesting to them. And you will give them, give them some actionable insights so they walk away from this training, even if they don't become a customer, even if they don't take you up on your offer, they're going to walk away going, wow, I know a lot more now than what I did when I started this training. So even though you use the end of the presentation to make a pitch, that you used it to make an offer for me to buy something for you or from you, I still learned a lot. And because I learned and now I'm more knowledgeable and I know what I need to succeed in a much better way, I have a much better understanding of the process. I feel like I have a lot of value that I got out of this training, and I don't feel upset at all that you made a pitch at the end to buy something, because I still walk out of here feeling very excited that what you just showed me was incredibly invaluable, and I got a lot out of this. So I'm very, very grateful that I attended, and that also creates a good reputation for you. That creates the reputation of, yeah, you should check out this training. You should check out this webinar because it's very, very valuable. And even though, I didn't buy, I still really enjoyed it and I still learned a lot. And then once you've done this, once you've gone through this process, you've shown them, hey, this is where you're struggling. This is the part where you're having trouble. You've shown them why the other ways aren't working, because that's really one of the first things you need to do as well. It's like, okay, here, this is the thing that you're trying to do, right? This is the thing you're trying to achieve in your life. And I get it. You're struggling. It's not working for you. And you want this thing because it's great. The end result, if you were able to do this, your life would be so much better. But the reason you haven't been able to do it is because you've been trying these other ways. And I'm going to show you why they didn't work. And I'm going to show you why you shouldn't even try and do those ways, because they're doomed to fail. You're not going to be successful if you try to keep going down those paths, because the game is stacked against you on all those ways. And now I'm going to show you what it really takes to succeed and how this can actually work for you, and the right way to do it so that you actually stack the deck in your favor and you can be successful. And once I do that, then they're going to say, oh, wow, I see how to do that, but I need help doing that. Okay, I now see what I need to do, but I don't have the tools. I don't have the guidance. I don't have the resources. And then that's where you seamlessly transition to, let me tell you what I can do for you. Let me show you how I can fill that gap for you. I've shown you the right way to do it now, the things that you need to succeed. Well, let me fill the gap for you. Because as a matter of fact, I give you the tools. I give you the resources. I give you the support. I'm the one who can provide all of these things for you. And as you've just seen through my explanation of these other issues and other items, I know what I'm talking about. I have skill and expertise in this area. This is something I'm good at. I have talent here that I can clearly use, and I have integrity. I'm a good, honest person. I will help you, and you have an excellent chance of succeeding if you come work with me. That is where you can make that transition seamless. You can make that so they go, wow, I get it. Because now I see what I need, and you actually offer the thing that I need. Bingo. Here's how you can join. Here's how you can get started. Now, you want to make a limited time offer so that if they are sitting there thinking, well, I really want to do this, but I'm really trying to figure out, like, what do I need to do I don't know if I should do it now or if I should do it in 6 months from now. This is interesting, but I think maybe I need to wait. You as the presenter need to come up with an incentive for them to say, hey, you should do it now. You should do it now. This will be better for you if you do it now. And here's why. Here's how I'm going to sweeten the pot for everyone that joins now. So this is something that when you do that, that's going to cause them to say, oh, wow, I see it. I see how you're the answer, that your program is the way I need to go. You give me everything I need to be successful. And you're incentivizing me to move now. You're incentivizing me to take action now. I get it. Okay, I'm really highly motivated. I see it. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to join because this is exactly what I need. Then once you got all that, you have a presentation that's going to convert them. You have a presentation that's going to bring people in. And now you just need to drive traffic to it. You need to drive traffic So they want to attend your free training. They want to attend and watch your webinar. And you do that. If you have an email list, you can send out emails to the people who are currently on your email list. If you're on social media, you can go out and post on social media, invite people to attend your live training. You can do a partnership where you partner with somebody else who already has an audience of people that would be a good fit for you, and you can get them to promote you. And in doing so, any sales that are made, they get a cut for the as an affiliate in exchange for promoting you and putting you out there. Or you can run a small ad. Lately I've been on this one platform and running a very simplistic, it is about as simple of an ad campaign as you can run, and getting amazing results, generating all sorts of leads for very, very little money, just dirt cheap, and getting lots and lots of leads coming in for next to no money. And so you could do that as well to get people to attend, because now you got to get people to hear your presentation. And once you do that, once you get the people coming in, they hear your presentation, you know how to deliver it well, you know how to make an amazing offer at the end, you're going to get customers. This will work for you. And it's an amazing thing that you can do to generate amazing success for yourself and have amazing, amazing results. It's something that has been proven again and again. Webinars are absolutely a powerful tool to do this for you, as long as you know how to do them the right way. Again, just to kind of wrap things up, webinars are more than just a presentation. They're a way for you to present a powerful message and engage and connect with your audience. And that extra connection, that extra movement, that extra touch is often the difference that moves people from maybes to yeses. And when you do that, that's when the revenue starts coming in. That's when you start getting success. That's when things start to shift and change, because you have clients now. You have people saying yes. And once you get this built out, you can do the webinar again and again and again, and continuously keep generating clients for yourself. And again, you're delivering value to your audience. Even if they don't end up buying, they're feeling very happy with all the things that they learned, with all the things that they got. And people are now looking at you saying, that's a person I want to keep following. That's a person I want to keep, staying with, because they do amazing things. They're doing amazing. They're really good. And I want to keep learning from them. I want to keep growing from them, because they are very, very powerful, and they are very, very knowledgeable, and they are very helpful. So I want to stay with them. And so you start building an audience, and that audience keeps growing and growing and growing, until you just, now all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, I have all these people that follow me. Isn't that amazing? All these people that are engaged with me. Isn't that amazing? And it becomes such a powerful way for you to not only get customers, but to build your business, because you're building an audience of people who are now interested in you and what you're doing. So I hope you found a lot of value in this. I hope you took some notes, got some good ideas on this, because webinars truly are an incredibly powerful way for you to build your business. When you know how to do them right, it's like a money machine for your business. It is absolutely a way for you to crank out customers left and right. It's absolutely a way for you to be able to build a business of your dreams and to make things really go for you. And if you'd like help building this out, if you're saying like, wow, this is great, but I really don't know exactly how to do this, don't worry, we got you covered. Everything you need, all the training you need, all the resources you need, it's all laid out for you. We have so much training and resources for you, showing you exactly how to do this successfully inside of Design, Launch, Grow. So I encourage you at some point to check out designlaunchgrow.com, to go there and learn about what we do over here, because we're doing some amazing things and we're helping our clients get some incredible results. And again, I hope that you got, if nothing else, got a lot of value out of this, but consider checking this out sometime, because I think you'll be glad that you did, because we can make a tremendous difference in your life and in your business. And we want to see you succeed and have that amazing business that you've always dreamed of. So until next time, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.